Beckers and the Dallas Wings. You're watching also a return for Beckers. She missed the last 4 games with a concussion. Up in Phoenix. Satu jumping it up for the Merc. Seattle at 12-point deficit. They bounce back on their home floor as Sammy Whitcomb misses a 3 to get us going. And the rebound's picked up by Beckers, and a foul will be called.
Rest of this game.
Satu's a 5-year pro.
With Copper, AT, and Mac being out with injuries, and Nate Tibbetts has really relied on a lot of people that he didn't know were going to step up.
Beckers with a lob pass over to the wing. So wnbalivetoday driving inside. A beautiful find. No good off back iron by Hines Allen. Sticks with the play, though. It'll break the seal. Dallas takes an early 2-0 lead.
Yeah, the Wings, they are number 2 in offensive rebounding, so you've got to get a body on them.
Closing the note on Sabally, she kind of downplayed the importance of playing her former team, but as a competitor, you know that's important. Beautiful baseline cut inside, and Sammy Whitcomb knocks the game up at 2.
Absolutely. There's a little extra emphasis of wanting to do well.
Something to monitor as this game goes on. Here's Paige Beckers, the phenom out of UConn, defending national champion Regina Lauriema. Better by Westbeld here. That's a fun matchup. They try to toss it down low, and it's turned over. Here come the Mercury and Alyssa Thomas in those bright or yellow sneakers, I should say. But she had it jarred free. Great defensive play and the maturity of Beckers. Sabally and Beckers, that's a primetime matchup. Carrington underneath and just got post position on Nicole McConney.
Yeah, give credit to Dallas. 2 times in a row, they've gone down low with that lob pass up high, and Dallas able to put it in.
That's their bread and butter. Don't take all that many threes, really. Nicole McConney, speaking of threes, nails one from the wing.
Yeah, Nicole McConney, that's her 16th three. She's shooting 43% for threes.
The rookie out of Cameroon, who has just been a godsend for this Mercury squad. Mid-range J, no. Rebound tapped into the awaiting arms of Thomas, and here come the Mercury. Early 1-point lead, 2 minutes into the first quarter. Westbeld, catch and shoot. Yes! And it's back-to-back threes from a pair of rookies.
They're not controlling the basketball. AT is in setting them up.
Westbeld's now hit a 3 in 9 of her 11 games to start off her WNBA career.
Nice back door.
But it's picked up. Whitcomb read it like a book. Heady defense by the Mercury, already looking more connected than what we saw against Seattle. Sabally, no. Would have brought the house down, and it's Beckers to clear.
Yeah, Nate Tibbetts told us before the game, defensively, we got to trust each other and talk and communicate.
Geisel-Soder, no. Rebound fought for it at Sabally, averaging nearly 8 rebounds per game. She's already got 2. Here comes Alyssa Thomas. Bully ball inside and off window.
There's
an 8-0 run for the Mercury. And a big scream of emotion for Alyssa Thomas. You know she's as happy as any player to be back in the action. Good contest and a jump ball early, and she missed a few games, but she's shown no signs as to think those numbers would really go down all that much.
No, and coming into this game, Nate Tibbetts was asked about minutes for the 2 players with AT. He said, no, AT, these last couple practices has been lobbying to play more than the minutes that she's allowed.
Yeah, she is on a minutes restriction tonight as Beckers nailed the elbow jump shot, her first points of the game. Nicole McConney, no. Thomas in there to scrap on the offensive glass, but here comes Dallas. Same story for Natasha Mack, who hasn't entered the game yet, but both of them are on a minutes restriction, just trying to work them back into the fold safely, of course, knowing the part of the season we're in. Here's Beckers. Right up in the jersey is Alyssa Thomas, that heady veteran play. That's a beautiful step back. The 3 rims out, no. Battling for the rebound, it was ping-ponged around, and here comes Sabally. Satu. And a German teammate of hers from the Olympics, Geisel-Soder, able to poke that free. 4-point cushion for Phoenix. Just over 4 minutes into this ball game. Beckers pulls back, nails the long 2.
Yeah, and Chris Colkane was talking about Paige Beckers being back. Just settles down the offense, and a 3 by Sabally, but Beckers back into the game for the Wings really helps settle down the offense because she handles the ball. She's the point guard.
Boy, don't blink, you'll miss that. Mercury took no time getting up the floor. Push that lead back up to 5. Hines Allen up to Carrington. She's kind of that X factor, if you will, for this Dallas team. Good defender, a leader, kind of gritty player. Beckers off window, and Paige Beckers certainly making her presence felt in the early minutes. She's 3 of 3 from the floor.
Yeah, what a pretty shot off the glass, and looks like she hasn't missed a beat.
Dallas, like we said, just 1-9, the worst record in the league, but don't let that fool you. They've been in some close games. Thomas, that's just patient inside and an easy deuce.
Yeah, what a smart play. Just taking her time and just slowing the game down.
Another hot shooting start for Phoenix, similar to Saturday night. They're 6 of 10 from the floor. Dallas not far behind at 56% shooting. Carrington thought about the long 3. Instead, will pull in a long 2, no. And it's Sammy Whitcomb pulling down the high arcing board. Here's Zabali.
Yeah, shoot around today, Nate Tibbetts talked about, making this Dallas team put the ball on the floor. Don't give them an outside shot. Make them put it on the floor.
Too many catch and shoots, what he was saying, especially back to that Seattle game.
Another steal.
And it is Westbeld yet again. It seems like she's just always in the right place at the right time, but that's not a coincidence. That's about defensive positioning. Westbeld with some space. Short corner jumper, rattles it home. And it's Kat Westbeld with a steal on one end and the jumper on the other.
Now remember, this is a Phoenix team. They are #1 in defense and turning the ball over against their opponent.
4th in the league in steals overall, and nearly 9 per game. And it was up higher than that, kind of an off night against Seattle. Beckers and 1.
Since AT and Mac bring to the court, but it also releases some of those other players who've been logging some serious minutes. Already negotiating how that's going to look tonight, guys.
Yeah, thanks, Kate. That 3 off the mark. The 3-point play by Beckers was also knocked down. And finishing the note on Natasha Mack as well. You heard the ovation. Beckers again behind the defense. She's already got 12 fail-type player, right? Defense, rebounding, toughness, setting screens. She's going to be very valuable to this team. We talked a lot about the value of Alyssa.
And giving them that anchor inside is huge.
Pick and roll with Musa, who also just checked in a little heavy. She's looked a lot better her last 2 games, and it's a loose ball. Beckers are trying that backdoor cut. This is a fun rookie matchup down at the post with Held and Beckers. 2 highest scoring individual games from rookies this year in the WNBA. 2 to shoot. Segrist will pop no, and there's that rebounding ability for Mack. Held will run the floor. Kick out straight away. Loxa, quick catch and shoot. Off the mark that time. Maddie Segrist with a rebound out of Villanova in her 2nd year, and she's been really good, averaging double figures off the bench. Another strong move, but no on the layup attempt. Musa clears, and here come the Mercury. Rapid pace, Held no. Musa underneath. Whitcomb able to tiptoe along the baseline and keep it alive. 2nd attempt here on this possession. Held. Matched up with Carrington, the rookie, over the great defender, no. And the long rebound falls to Ogunbowale. Throws ahead Segrist ahead of the pack, no. Another battle for the rebound. Carrington able to win that out.
Yeah, because this is such a good rebounding team, they are able to get out and run.
And that's what we've seen so far, certainly. Beckers with space, off the back tap. Matched up with Musa. This is a challenge. Pick and roll, Segrist, and the pass wasn't there from Paige. And a reach-in foul will be called on Beckers, who was kind of caught in no man's land with Loxa.
Now she is going to create a lot, not just for herself, but as you said, her teammates.
On the birthday of Diana Taurasi. Happy birthday, DT, by the way. Beckers, another UConn Husky, making her return into the fold and having a pretty good start to the ball game tonight. Here she is on the wing. She'll pop another 3. She just can't miss. Automatic. Beckers has 15.
Yeah, she's 5 of 15 coming into this game.
The rest of the Dallas roster has 8. Loxa behind the back on the handle. There's Kat Westbeld barreling inside, hanging on the pivot, and that was a double dribble. That's how Gino Auriemma described her, simply put, in commonalities with Diana Taurasi. Huge compliments. Beckers, DT, who's a mentor now to the rookie.
You talk about Diana Taurasi, Sue Bird, Brianna Stewart, Maya Moore. I mean, the list goes on.
Ball that was deflected out of play.
Yeah, coming off the national title 2025.
All she did in the NCAA tournament averaged 25 per game. That was it. Alyssa Thomas inside. Houdini shot, and she'll earn a couple of free throws. Heavy on Beckers. And like you said, it's obviously not going to be just her. And the start to the season at just 1-9 is not where her or anyone else on this Wings team would want it. But, you know, games like this, starts to games like this. It's time to tip off the fun with the Bally Bet Sportsbook app. Bally Bet, the official sportsbook app of the Phoenix Mercury.
Well, we talked so much about Phoenix Mercury being a brand new team. 2 players back from last year, Kyle Copper and Natasha Mack. And so veteran players on this team, yes, brand new faces. But the same thing with Dallas. They only have 3 players back.
It's a very young team for Dallas as well, second youngest in the league. Here's Westbeld. Ahead to Whitcomb, and will lay it up and in. Boy, looked like a sprinter running down the floor and beat everyone on the other end.
And a great pass by Held, the leader.
Beckers trying to stay hot. 1-point lead for Phoenix. Thomas takes that matchup personally, picked the pocket, coast to coast. You betcha. Alyssa Thomas. Phoenix on top by 3. Here's Melissa Smith. Hand back, Kyla Charles. Reflected near the timeline, 7 to shoot. Charles and Loxa doing battle. Getting inside, no. And the clearance by Whitcomb.
Yeah, Whitcomb just all over the place. Already 4 points, 4 rebounds.
She'll pop the 3. Mercury started hot from downtown. Since they've cooled, just 3 of 12. wnbalivetoday, who's been scoreless so far, 0 of 5 so far in this game. The vet who averages 16 per night. Here's Segrist, long rebound up for grabs. Westbeld will win that battle, and then she's fouled.
Foul charge, number 20, man.
Yeah, Thomas played 6.5 minutes in that first quarter.
Here's AT.
Oh, wow.
Nice inside, kick out, open 3. Another miss from downtown. Mercury just can't buy a bucket from deep. Beckers is 6 of 6. The rest of the team 3 of 17. She draws the foul there, and Akoa Makani not happy with the call. That's her second.
First team foul.
Debut. Missed the first 10 games with a back injury. Backdoor cut, and the finish not there for Carrington. Here's Thomas. Lost her dribble. Okumbawale on the other end for Dallas. Hoists a 3 over the top of Thomas. No, and again, how about Sammy Whitcomb?
Yeah, just does a great job blacking out.
So the run,
hands
kick.
by Beckers.
The maturity you hear about when describing Paige Becker's game. Carrington on the other end. Layup will go.
And there was plenty of room for Satu Sabally to step in and take a charge outside the circle. A lot of times players just don't think defensively and they don't want to take a hit.
Cole Makani lost the ball. Unfortunate it was deflected. Only averaging 3 per game, so she is in amongst the trees so far tonight.
And she's had to guard Paige Beckers. You know, she's had really some good shots at the basket with her 3-pointer. She's 0 for 3, but hopefully for her, these free throws will get her going.
Still trying to find that shooting touch that really she's been known for having throughout her WNBA career, and has struggled a bit from downtown, just 25%, but you trust the averages will work themselves out.
And we've seen her in practice. Boy, she cannot miss.
The belief is there, certainly, for the vet as well.
Well, shooters just keep shooting. And she has the confidence of her coaches.
Good defense here for Akoa Makani. Late in the shot clock, Beckers won't even get a shot off. And that's the mark of a connected defense. A shot clock violation.
5 boards for Sammy.
Yeah, thanks, Kate. So far, so good, especially tonight. And that veteran leadership she can bring to so many rookies on this team. It's invaluable. Here's Thomas. No, spinning around inside, and it's Carrington hitting up with it for the Wings. Phoenix shooting 37%. Dallas actually shooting better as Carrington missed the 3. Kept it alive, though. Beckers, watch out. Straight away. Yes, she still hasn't missed. 7 of 7 from the floor for Paige Beckers.
Yeah, if there's one player that can knock the 3 down, it is Paige Beckers for the Wings.
18 of Dallas's 28 points from the #1 overall pick. Satu inside. She was fouled. And Carrington. And had so much airspace on that last three. Sabali catch and shoot. Could not answer. Three-point shooting struggles continuing. Just 3 of 14 from downtown. I mentioned the rebounding as well. Dallas out rebounding the Mercury. Beckers had it denied. Oh, it's the Mac attack. Back into the fold and a rejection of Beckers. Carrington fed by Sabali. A whistle away from the play. And
when Hines Allen in there, they're both physical players for Dallas.
Great pass, Agumbawale down low, and the finish is on the block for Nalissa Smith.
Yeah, when they can go downhill like that and get that deep in the lane, they've got the opportunity to not only make the layup or to kick it out.
Quick release, Laksa automatic, and the first points of the night for Laksa. Needed that, and it's Kit out of Latvia scoring for the first time. Numbers for Phoenix if they so choose. Laksa trying to double up. Not this time. Beckers will throw it ahead. Torrid pace as we've seen in certain parts of this first half. Agumbawale, Carrington thought about tilling up the three. Worked around Sabali, and the foul will be called against Sabali. Foul trouble tonight and each of the past 2 games as well. Even more impressive how that stat line has still ended up being where it's been. Limited minutes because of that. Beckers, finally, a missed shot for Paige Beckers.
Another offensive rebound for Dallas.
And we'll stay with the Wings. Riding inside. Nigel Suter, yes. Wow, that's an impressive step back. They like her potential. Second round pick back in 2020, but first year over in the WNBA. She'll be leaving this weekend, though, to play in Eurobasket for Germany.
No, she's a veteran player.
Akoa Makani. There's another long ball, and what a spin cycle to set it up by AT.
Yeah, AT with 3 assists now. Remember, she had a game 15 assists.
Not quite that same touch tonight.
The All-Stars beat the Olympians tonight. Said it before, I think that was probably one of the things that kind of helped them focus on the Olympics.
AT no on that turnaround, but the ball caroms right back to her. What a pass inside, and Westbeld lays it up and in. That's just the veteran presence again of Alyssa Thomas.
Yeah, Nicole McConney kept that ball alive.
Final 2 minutes of this first half here. See if Phoenix can distance themselves a little bit. Largest lead of this game for the Mercury, just 6 points.
2 minutes remaining in the second quarter. 2 minutes.
Agumbawale still looking for those first points of the night. Hands back Beckers, and it's an offensive foul called against Dallas.
Offensive foul, charge number 24, Ricky Agumbawale. Her second personal.
Second on Agumbawale.
Mercury, number 20, pushing on 2, Musa, number 33, Whitcomb.
Laksa. Out to Whitcomb. Semi drives, bounce pass down low. Musa, no. Good defense on the interior. Help side by Smith, and here comes Dallas. Beckers, who's played every second so far in this first half. Steps through. Wow, the finger roll around the rim and in.
Boy, is that pretty. She's got a bag full of tricks.
With some sizzle.
And
Beckers with 20.
They're not tricks, they're skill.
Inside Westbeld, left hand layup right back at you.
Yeah, I love that Westbeld is looking for her shot.
Season high for Beckers is 21. She's 1 point away from matching that in this first half alone. Remember, she missed the last 4 games. No minutes restrictions, obviously. And she's fully activated. Westbeld having herself a great closing stretch in the second quarter. Another bucket for Kat Westbeld. Matching the largest lead of this first half. Musa with the swat, and it will stay with Dallas.
Boy, Carrington.
Here is Beckers, who played every single second of that first half.
And Nate Tibbetts is putting different defensive players on her.
Beckers from the elbow, no. He tossed it down to Kate Longworth, who has adjustments heading into this third quarter.
Well, yeah, the message about how to contain Beckers in those 22 points, they want her to feel them. They said that they want to continue contesting her. And the overall message to the team, just be better with the pressure points. Pick up that player in the ball earlier. Overall, though, the staff happy with how AT and Mac have assimilated right back into things, relieving the burden on other players so they can get back to the game they intended at the beginning of the season.
Really quick first step from Carrington as we thank you, Kate, but it was great help side defense by the Mercury, and here they come on the other end.
Yeah, Westbell with a second block.
Block party tonight in the Rebel jerseys. Baseline drive, Thomas, quick pass back, Sabali, free!
And that's the trust. Sabali missed the one in the corner, and AT said, hey, try it again.
Missed everything on that last possession, but nothing but nylon that time. Here's a turnover. 3-on-1 break. Really 4-on-1 for Phoenix. Akoa Makani, no. Sabali kept it alive. AT back to Sabali. 5 in a row for the Unicorn. He got it.
Backed into me.
She can score like it's cooking in the air fryer. It happens quickly. 5 straight points to start off the third quarter. In double figures now for Satu Sabali, despite not hitting that 3-point play. Largest lead of the game for Phoenix.
Yeah, Mercury doing a nice job switching up on the defense.
How about Ogunbowale still without any points, and now a foul is called on Ogunbowale. She can't believe it. And that's her third foul. A frustrating night so far. And an extremely costly sequence there. Sabali could not hit it that time, just left it short. And boy, that would have brought the house down if she was able to hit that one. Just what the doctor ordered for Phoenix to start off this third quarter, trying to create some separation against a pesky team who's struggled so far this year. Nigel Suter, no. Sabali with a rebound. Great bounce pass. Thomas in transition, but it was deflected back. Boy, the ball was moving around, but just a little bit too much.
Yeah, the wings got back defensively.
Back. Only 14 points have been scored tonight from Dallas. And players not named Paige Beckers.
Yeah, Thomas was too late getting out there, and really because
Ogunbowale averaging 16 points per game. Here's Beckers matched up with Akoa Makani. Hines Allen into the corner, late in the shot clock, baseline drive, and finally the first points for Ogunbowale on a good-looking baseline skirt.
Well, she's going to hunt for her shots, and Sammy Whitcomb gave up that baseline.
Thomas darts inside. Short corner, Westbeld. A lot of contact.
No foul.
No whistle. I agree. That was as big of a bump as you can give without a whistle being blown. Bodies flying all over the place. Geisel Suter from 15, automatic. And give Dallas credit, not going away. Have it back down to within 7.
And they've only got 1 turnover in this quarter so far.
That was a big issue for them in that first half, to your point. Meanwhile, Phoenix, they've only turned it over 5 times so far in this game.
Oh boy, that was a bullet.
We'd call her a quarterback. She looked like Kyler Murray. Satu Sabali got behind the defense and laid it up and in.
Yeah, Sabali with a nice turn, straight to the basket.
Satu with a dozen. 7 of which have come here in the third quarter. Hines Allen. Beckers. Turn around, no, but she drew the foul. And some confidence for Paige Beckers. That swagger that she also carries herself with. 22 points so far and a couple of free throws to come here. Now for a message from our friends at Fry's.
Caitlin Clark, when she came into the league, and how everybody wants to watch her. Paige Beckers brings that same kind of energy into an arena.
Yeah, there's no question. There was a really large crowd of youngsters and adults, all the like, looking for autographs during pregame warm-ups. There's another huge crowd for a Wednesday night game against a squad that's just 1-9. That tells you all you need to know. Whitcomb. Musa will pop the deep jumper and knock it down. Oh, it's a 3 for Musa, her first of the year.
Hey, she's just getting her feet wet in the WNBA. You know what she's done over in France, what a great player she is over there.
To your point, had just 4 points on the season before that Golden State game last week. Since then, 15 in her next 2. Another bucket for Beckers.
Well, the thing that's so impressive about Beckers, too, she understands where the defense is, and she takes the shot that is given to her.
Talking to some scouts before the game, that was the #1 word used to describe Paige's game on both ends of the floor: maturity. And we've seen it tonight. Sabali, tough shot, no, from 15. The rebound to Carrington. Halfway through this third quarter, and an offensive foul called again. Another reason why they need to take care of business tonight on their home floor. Step back out of the timeout. Oh, that's deadly for Held.
Yeah, Held was over 3 in that first half from threes, but plenty of room with that little move that she opened herself up off the defense.
Had the defender on a string. And it's the Merc by a dozen, their largest lead of the game. A foul called late. Musa was talked about Paige Beckers and how she's played every single minute until, or still is on the floor, shoots the game. Quiet tonight, but like what we saw on Saturday in terms of what Skylar Diggins did in the second half. Great scorers, you can keep them down for a while, but as long as there's time left on the clock, you gotta watch out. Deflected out of play. The Mercury a little bit over the last 2 games. Got it in check a bit more tonight, as you said, just 6 in this ball game. Beckers was calling for it. She's defended by Whitcomb. Carrington will drive baseline side, cut off by Loxa. 5 to shoot. End up getting it into the short corner. Geisel Suter. And another mid-range J. Boy, she's looked good from that spot.
Yeah, Geisel Suter, 3 of 5 from the floor. Just steady, 4 rebounds.
25 years old, her rookie year in the WNBA. Musa. Whitcomb with Beckers right on her back. Musa, short corner J. It's silky.
Great confidence by Sammy Whitcomb. And certainly the coaches have really been working with Musa a lot on her shot.
And a chance at a 3-point play right back for Geisel Suter.
Yeah, down minutes because with the 3 starters being out, he's been able to kind of substitute a little bit more, a shorter bench, and with the ability that the players have really stepped up, and now you've got your starters back, and it makes it a little bit tougher.
Win it enough. Musa darts to the bucket for another bucket.
Well, that's the one thing Nate Tippett has talked about this team. They don't give up. The hustle plays, and Held going after it, Musa going after it, and they come up with an easy layup.
The 50-50 balls tonight have firmly been in the direction of Phoenix. Beckers left it short.
Carrington just has been a monster on the boards, 7 already.
Along with 4 points, a blocking foul. Her 3rd year in the WNBA. Spent 4 years at Stanford, 1 year at Baylor in her college career, and acquired over the offseason by the Wings. Hey, X Factor, post a photo in your Mercury gear using the hashtag CouchSideFan for your chance to be shown in the live game day broadcast sponsored by Cox. And the shirt is correct. You are the cutest. No doubt about it. Carrington knocks down the second free throw.
The best.
The absolute best. Carrington, a great example, though. Sometimes in this league, it's not going to work out right away, and that might have something to do with your franchise, might have something to do with your role, just your natural progression, but it took about 3 years for her to really get going in her career. Loxa, no.
Musa keeping it alive. Oh, boy.
But then miscommunication, and it's going to go off of Carrington. Over 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. You mentioned that great hustle play by Musa. Held will pop a 3. You betcha.
Wow.
The lead is back up to a dozen. Lexi Held with a couple of big shots in this third quarter. She's already into double figures, just like that, with a snap of a finger. J.J. Quinterly into the game for the first time. The rookie out of West Virginia, no. She'll get the ball back in the corner. Off to Charles. Into the shot clock, no bucket, and here comes Sabali. She's had a good third quarter. Satu off to Westbeld. Lob down low, Musa. Couldn't finish that time. First time tonight, Paige Becker's been on the bench. You assume it'll just be the final minute of this third quarter, and Dallas hoping Mercury don't go on a run without her. Siegrist, who's been really quiet so far tonight, and a whistle will be called. Kind of an uncharacteristic position. They've been the comeback team so often this year, but a double-digit lead as we head to the fourth.
It's a little pump fake because most players are going to go up on the first one.
Held with 10 points on the night in 16 minutes. Couple of big threes in that third quarter. Beckers, who only had 3 points in the third. She's back in there to start the fourth quarter, and it's an empty trip for Dallas. Here comes Satu, 15 points in the game to go along with 8 rebounds and a couple of assists. Sabali trying to work around Charles. Leans in, drives, missed it wildly, and the rebound back tap to Siegrist. Ahead of the pack, Quinterly. Tough shot, no. Pinballed around, and Quinterly will end up with it.
Well, I'm curious to see where Nate Tibbetts is going to put Alyssa Thomas into this game.
Things kind of out of control. Beckers, boy, that was a great screen that set that up, and Paige Beckers now with 27, adding on to her new career high.
Yeah, they had a couple openings on that out-of-bounds play.
Drawn up nicely by the first-year head coach, Chris Clandless. That's a big-time block, but a foul was called.
Third quarter, the Wings were 7 of 11 from the free throw line, and the Mercury 0 for 1. So yes, they made 5 three-pointers, and it shows that, you know, maybe they're not as aggressive getting into the lane, which they have been doing all game long. But, you know, I think for the Wings, they stayed a lot closer too because they got to the line.
Yeah, that was the key for them in the third quarter. Meanwhile, for Phoenix, they shot 55% in that third quarter. So it's just good old-fashioned shooting on both ends in quarter number 3. Merc led by 10 heading into the fourth quarter. It's kicked off of Held and that corner. Here's Siegrist, who had nearly 3,000 points at Villanova. Couldn't get it to go. Held, wow, able to adjust at full speed. Mack in the corner. Back off Lexi Held. Had it partially blocked. It fell right into Mack, who lays it up and in. It's a hockey assist.
Everybody that has played for the Mercury have scored.
First points of the season and the truck horn for Natasha Mack. Right place, right time. Beckers into the corner. Quinterly off back iron, and it's Whitcomb with yet another rebound for Phoenix. Now 6 boards to go along with 6 points and 3 assists for Sammy Whitcomb tonight. Westfeld, pick and pop. No good that time. Charles up the floor for Dallas. They got time, trailing by 11.
A good defense.
And Mack comes up with a steal. Active hand, she gets it back. 15-foot J, and it was blocked. Limited minutes tonight for both her and Alyssa Thomas. Kit Loxa with a corner pocket triple.
10 of 29 for threes.
Now 11 of 30, and it's the biggest lead of the game for Phoenix. Actually had that setback with the back injury, but there's a buzz, I think, more so in the locker room about having Natasha back, and especially in the coach's locker room as well, getting her back out there on the floor. Offensive foul will go against Ogunbowale. She's immediately calling for him into the game tonight. Was extremely large. It's the 3rd offensive foul and the 5th overall, by the way, on Ogunbowale, so she got to be careful. Thomas split the double team. Westfeld corner pocket missed everything, and Ogunbowale clears ahead to Beckers. Sidesteps a defender. Paige Beckers. Little hezzy and a foul. You still just get the sense the full potential of this team, obviously, with Doc Hopper not out there, it hasn't been realized yet. And that's what's so exciting about this Mercury team is Carrington buries it from about 12 feet away.
Yeah, Carrington's been pretty quiet. She's got 7.7 rebounds.
25 minutes of play for Carrington. Out of San Diego, California, Koa Makani, quick trigger.
And she's shooting at such a high percentage from threes also.
3 of 3 from downtown, so she's adding on to that already high three-point shooting percentage, which was at 43% entering the night.
Oh, good hands.
Yeah, and it was Thomas who denied Charles, fell right back to Dallas.
Shot.
And yeah, wow, Geisel-Suter has impressed us tonight.
Yeah, she has, and that's been a big plus. Tierra McCowan has been out for personal reasons, so at 6'4", it gives them a mobile center.
And you know who were singing her praises before the game? Satu Sabali.
That's right.
Teammates on German national team. But excited for the people of America to finally see what she can do. How about Laksa? Boy, she just blinks.
Is she having fun?
She's having fun. This crowd is having fun. This is Mercury basketball right now.
Enrique gets downhill right there, but Sammy Whitcomb has been not only guarding Ogunbowale, she's been guarding Carrington, she's been guarding Beckers.
There's some tough guards to defend on this Dallas team. Don't let the record fool you. Thomas inside, off balance, couldn't get the shot to go, with a rebound to Beckers. If you're just joining us, a new career high for Paige Beckers tonight, 27 points, and a charge will be called. Actually, a block, I beg your pardon. Goes against Whitcomb. Team, we send it down to Kate Longworth with more on that story of Satu playing Dallas for the first time.
Yeah, you know, a player can downplay it as much as they want when they go up against a former team or a team with some type of connection, but we all know there's games that you circle on the calendar, and Satu knew when she made Phoenix her home. She knew when this game was coming up, no doubt wanting to go out there, show them what she's all about, excited to see some of her other friends on side tonight, their enemies. She's going out there to show she has a new role with this team and is ready to carry on that leadership.
Well, thanks, Kate. You should have taken over play-by-play, because right on cue, she buries a 3 from the corner. 4 triples now for Satu. Yeah, and I don't care what anyone says. We talked about it earlier. This is a game that she had circled. It will probably be even more special when they return to Dallas, as Beckers buries yet another triple. It's a 30-piece for the #1 overall pick. Phenomenal stuff from Paige Buckets. But so far it hasn't mattered. Sabali spinning around. Kick out, Thomas. Laksa's been hot. She stays hot.
15 of 35. The most they took this year was against Chicago. They took 43s. They're going to break that tonight.
Well, 15 triples tonight for the Mercury. And 4 of them from Laksa. Beckers, wow, another one. This is a night to remember.
Got hurt, and then Satu Sabali came out just smoking as far as shooting the basketball early in the season, but those two really are going to be looked at for Phoenix as all-stars.
She's hunting that double-double. She's now got 9 points of those 10 assists. See if she stays out there long enough with a double-digit lead and under 3 minutes to go to maybe pick up 1 more point for a double-double. Beckers in her bag, buries another one over Sabali.
Oh, she just doesn't care who's watching her.
She doesn't care who's watching her. She doesn't care who's guarding her. It doesn't matter right now. She's nitro hot and has been all night long.
No, there's a lot of time left to go in this game.
Yeah, Merck can't let their foot off the gas pedal. There's the double-double for AT.
Yeah, I think after this game, I don't think there's going to be a minute's restriction for her.
I don't think she'll allow it. Carrington inside. Thomas came over late and picks up the foul. First free throw good for Carrington. Bally in the Valley this season with Bally Bets. Sign up.
Wins in double figure.
Couldn't get that second free throw to go, but Dallas will keep possession. Very honest before the game, saying, you know, looking for our identity. That's still where we're at defensively. Beckers an air ball. Ogunbowale inside. She's fouled, and that's the last thing you want to do if you're Phoenix.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big separator in this game, certainly. The biggest separator is the three-point shooting. 15 made threes for Coach Tibbetts' squad, only 5 for Dallas. And guess what? They've all come from Beckers. Ogunbowale has been uncharacteristically quiet tonight. Second free throw goes down. She's got 10 points, but 6 of which have come at the free throw line. So 10-point lead, trying to nurse it and take the air out of the ball. Inside of 2 minutes to go. Alyssa Thomas dribbling with a bright smile on her face. Trying to put this game away. Behind the back on the handle against Beckers. Kick out, Whitcomb. Back to Thomas, late in the shot clock, in and out. But the follow is good by Whitcomb. And the guard who's been rebounding all night long might have just issued the dagger on the offensive glass.
AT's like, isn't that an assist?
Inside Hines Allen, another foul.
And again, she's such a sneaky player. And just does so many things out on the court. When you talked about it, just her
good signs for this Mercury team moving forward as they head into this road trip with AT not only playing tonight, but looking like herself. Dallas not fouling here, just over a minute to play in the fourth quarter. Mercury 60 seconds away from a 7-4 record. Here's Held. Pass deflected. But Held gets it right back for a moment. Sabali scrapping on the deck, and it's an over and back call.